President Biden has signed a long-awaited foreign aid package into law.
That's right. This follows the Senate overwhelmingly passing the legislation just last night with bipartisan support by a vote of 79 to 18.
Well, the package includes more than $60 billion for Ukraine, $26 billion for Israel, with humanitarian aid for Gaza, plus $8 billion for the Indo-Pacific, including Taiwan. Biden says Ukraine aid in particular has a wide-ranging impact.
We're all standing together against this brutal dictator. As I've argued for months, this is directly in the United States' national security interest. If Putin triumphs in Ukraine, the next move of Russian forces could very well be a direct attack on a NATO ally.
Now, get this. By signing the bill today, Biden has also approved a measure that would force TikTok's China-based parent company, that's ByteDance, to sell the platform within a year or be banned in the United States. TikTok is calling this move unconstitutional and plans to mount a legal challenge against the legislation.
CBS News congressional correspondent Nicole Killian is on Capitol Hill for us. So, Nicole, the bill is law. Aid's going to be heading overseas soon. But as Errol was mentioning, there's another implication with TikTok. Bring us up to speed on that.
Yeah, so basically, you may recall a couple of weeks back, the House passed legislation that could, in effect, lead to a ban of TikTok in the United States. And then they modified it as part of this broader foreign aid package, included it as part of a fourth bill earlier this weekend. And then it was rebundled, sent over here to the Senate, and included as part of that foreign aid package, including a number of national security priorities, which included this potential ban on TikTok. Now, technically, it is not a ban, but it does call for the company that owns TikTok, ByteDance, which is based in Beijing, to divest its ownership stake in TikTok within 270 days, which is roughly 9 months. And there is kind of a period for the president to potentially extend that window upwards of a year if it looks like a sale is in progress. And part of that was based on a national security concerns on the part of many U.S. lawmakers. But TikTok, as you mentioned, is widely opposed to this legislation and vowing to fight it in court. Take a listen to what the CEO, Shao Chu, said a short time ago.
Make no mistake, this is a ban on TikTok and a ban on you and your voice. Rest assured, we aren't going anywhere. We are confident and we will keep fighting for your rights in the courts. The facts and the Constitution are on our side, and we expect to prevail again.
Now, the CEO went on to say in that TikTok video that users can still continue to use the platform. He even encouraged them to share their stories about why they feel the platform is important to them as this potential legal challenge plays out. And it's really unclear what those ramifications could be if this stalls the window with respect to this divestiture period. So a lot of uncharted waters here in terms of next steps ahead. But again, this is something that many users who are even up here on the Capitol as of yesterday told us they felt this was kind of snuck into that foreign aid package. They weren't happy and are concerned about the implications on their businesses and their ability to use the platform going forward.
And Nicole, you've also been following this right-wing Republican effort led by Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene to oust Speaker Mike Johnson because he worked with Democrats to pass this package. It's now becoming law. The party's leader, Donald Trump, didn't back her up on her effort. So where does that stand now?
Well, right now it's kind of treading water in the sense that the House is out, so there really is no action to take at this time. Obviously, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene remains very vocal about potentially invoking this motion to vacate, and even this week continued to sound the drumbeat for the need for a new speaker. But that being said, we have thus far only seen two other Republicans sign on to this motion to vacate: Congressman Tom Massey of Kentucky, as well as Congressman Paul Gosar of Arizona. So whether or not this gathers more momentum as the House returns next week remains to be seen. Speaker Mike Johnson really trying to keep his head down and keep it moving, as they say, irrespective of the threat, because he has already made clear that he's not going to change the motion to vacate rules, even though he feels that, you know, any one member being able to oust him or any other speaker going forward is detrimental crucial to the conference.
Oh, and Nicole, the election, it's still roughly 6 months away, but might this be the last major piece of legislation that's enacted into law before that time?
Well, obviously, Congress always has some work to do, so I wouldn't say that this is the last opportunity. And look, these were big ticket items that have been, months in the making for the better part of this session, whether that has been funding the government, again, providing this foreign aid package. Certainly, many Republicans continue to call for action around the issue of border security. So whether or not they make another go at that remains to be seen. There's certainly more to be done on the technology front. Not just with respect to TikTok. There have been efforts to move ahead with legislation dealing, for instance, with online privacy rights and protecting kids online, for instance. So there is always something that can be done here in Congress. Again, we're still several months out, but certainly would expect lawmakers to continue working and trying to move the ball forward on a number of issues.
All right, Nicole Killian there on Capitol Hill. Thanks, Nicole.